It's been a horrible, deadly start to the new year for American law enforcement. 5 officers killed already in 2019, 3 officers killed just this week. In California, Officer Natalie killed while investigating a car crash. Just 22 years old, had just finished training. In Arizona, Officer Clayton Townsend killed while conducting a traffic stop. And in Louisiana, Officer Shateri Payne on the force for just 2 weeks, fatally shot as she left home to start her shift. So how can we stop the trend of violence against the people who swear to protect and serve their communities? Here now to discuss, former Tucson police officer and director of urban engagement at Turning Point USA, Brandon Tatum. Sir, thank you so much for being here. Let's talk about what is going on so far in 2019. I think there was a hope amongst all of us that 2019 would be better than 2018 after 2018 was so much worse than 2017. That's not the case. What's going on?
Well, I hope that the death of these officers spark a fire in people around the country, all over America, to understand the value of the lives of these officers and the risks that are taken every day by people who put on the badge. That if you can leave your house and you can be killed, you can be investigating a traffic stop, and your dreams, your aspirations, your family, everything can end instantaneously. And I want American people to understand this and show some appreciation to these officers. And I think that we're seeing a trend of people falling down the wrong path and listening to certain media outlets and propaganda that are painting law enforcement officers in a bad light, and it's unacceptable.
Let's take a look at that trend in terms of officer deaths. 2017, the number was 38. Last year, 48. That is not a trend in the right direction. So does this war on cops really come back to the war on authority that we're seeing throughout the United States, or is there something more?
Well, I think it comes down to rhetoric. It comes down to these police shootings that occur, the way that the media projects it, the way that people are having conversations within politics. It is creating a crescendo environment that puts officers in a bad light. People have to understand that most officers are doing a great job out here, and even when officers do wrong, we need to be able to determine, is this a justified shooting or not a justified shooting, before jumping to conclusions and painting every officer with a broad brush. These men and women are out here working hard to keep us safe even while we're asleep.
How else can we stop this trend?
Well, I think that it starts at local law enforcement and a local level. A lot of these police chiefs nowadays, we're seeing them trending towards the liberal level. They want to be the nice guy and be politically correct. We need to support our officers, make sure they have the mental health that they need, make sure they have the physical support, make sure they have the training that they need. And then also on the law enforcement end, I think we can do more in engaging in the community and making sure we build those solid relationships so that our community trusts the law enforcement officers and the law enforcement officers can trust the community. And I think it can pair the relationship in a better way.
You know, we just saw that video we ran about 10 minutes ago, that little boy hugging the police officer's leg. And you heard the parents said they foster an appreciation for law enforcement in their families. How do we communicate to families that that is the right way to go about it?
I think in situations like we just saw, you know, when officers are in the store, don't tell your children that when they act up, the police officer is going to take them away. That is the most ridiculous thing you can tell a child. It creates fear.
Right.
What you can do is tell your children, hey, let's tell them reality. These people are here to save us. These people are here to protect us. These people are like living superheroes. And encourage them to go and speak to officers.
Great point.
Speak to officers yourself as a parent and be the leading example.
Brandon Tatum, it's always a pleasure to have you on the program. Amazing insight. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.